Hey guys, we are at the beginning of 2023 and things are rapidly changing when it comes to being a full-time content creator or influencer. So in this video, we're going to talk about how to be a successful content creator and influencer in 2023. And when I say content creator, I am talking about someone who actually creates content for their viewers. And if you are just getting started as a content creator, you want to make sure that you are definitely going into it for the right intentions and that it is something that you truly just want to do for yourself, because it can be a lot of work making content. Although it can be lucrative and present so many different opportunities, it is a lot of work and a lot of consistency is involved, and you just want to make sure that it is something that you genuinely enjoy doing. Otherwise, you will have your work cut out for you because there's a lot involved. Social media is also constantly changing, so you have to be able to evolve and change with it and adapt. One of the best pieces of advice that I've gotten that I can give you is to really treat it like a business. You really get from it what you put into it, so we'll talk a little bit more about it throughout this video. The best creators are the ones that are providing value and telling stories, and you all have your own unique story that you can share with people. And if you are just starting from scratch, in order to do any of these things, in order to provide value and tell your story, the first thing that you need to do is to pick a platform that you want to focus on. I always say that if you're starting from scratch, it's best to start with one social media channel first, because if you try to tackle all of them at once, you'll go nuts, because each platform requires a different type of strategy, different types of content, and you will be pulled in so many different directions. So that's why it's best to just start with one platform first, really excel at that, and then you can look towards maybe branching out and bringing on another platform or two that you can start growing. And in order to decide which social media channel to even get started with, you really have to stop and think about what your strengths are and what you like. So for example, if you are someone that really wants to do video content, but longer form videos that are like 5, 10, 15, 20 minutes are just not your thing, then maybe starting and growing a YouTube channel might not be the best option, and maybe you should be looking more towards social media channels like TikTok and Instagram. Or for example, someone like me, I don't really enjoy writing long blogs or long articles, so I know that starting a blog is probably not the best option for me, but for the stuff that I like to do, I prefer doing video content, especially shorter form videos. So I put more effort into TikTok and Instagram and those kind of platforms because I know that is what I enjoy doing the most. It's just, I'm more efficient with that kind of content. I enjoy it a lot more, and yeah, so start thinking about what your strengths are and what you're interested in, because that will help you decide which platform that you should get started on first. And each platform has its pros and cons. I mean, LinkedIn is a great platform if your ideal audience is, if you're B2B. TikTok is great for short form video, and if you want to get lots of reach. Instagram is kind of similar. So really think about the direction that you want to go before you get started. As a content creator, you want to make sure that you are picking a niche that you like, and it will evolve over time. I mean, maybe when you're first starting, I know for me, I felt a little directionless, but what I decided to do was just test out various different types of content. So I talk a lot about social media strategy, social media growth, content creation, being a content creator, and all of that stuff. And there are so many different categories within that realm that I can test out and see what gets the most interest. I know that people really like when I talk about side hustles and productivity tools. So, you figure out where you fit in as you start just putting out more and more content. You don't need to have all of the answers when you first start out, but you need to just get started, test the waters, see what response you're getting from people, check the data from the content that you're putting out there and see what's getting the most saves and shares and engagement. And then you can kind of piggyback off of that content that's performing really well and create more of that, so that you can really start growing your brand and also building up that fan base online. As a creator, it is crucial that you are putting out quality content to the best of your ability, because you want to be taken seriously. You want to treat this as a business, because if you are putting out quality content, it will help you grow faster, it will help you get more opportunities, and it will just help people take you more seriously. So you don't want to sacrifice the quality of your content because you are trying to produce 30 videos at once. I always say that it's better to produce 4 quality videos instead of doing 15 not so great quality videos that you have to put out there. It's good to invest in some inexpensive equipment when you get started, things like a ring light. You can use your cell phone to capture your videos. I use my cell phone a lot to shoot a lot of my vertical short form videos. If you don't have a ring light, or if you can't afford one right now, no worries. I want to say that when I first started, I didn't have a ring light or any of that stuff, but if you have open windows or bright sunny windows, shoot your content as close to that window as possible so that you can get the best lighting hitting your face so that people can see you clearly in your videos, and also make sure that the sound quality is up to par, because people will judge you on that stuff. You want to make the experience as good as possible for your viewers, so just making sure that the visual quality is up to par as well as the audio. Now, consistency is important, and the best way that I found that I have been able to remain consistent is to batch create my content. So me just shooting randomly at different days throughout the week just doesn't work well for me, or just figuring out when I can shoot content. So I'm very intentional. On Mondays I usually outline my videos, and then on Tuesdays I will record those videos and then I edit them at later times. And this really helps with just remaining consistent so that I am constantly showing up for my audience. And this is one of the big things that has helped me grow to 97,000 followers on TikTok in a relatively short amount of time. So just, figure out a time that works for you to outline your content, to record your content on a different day. And it really doesn't even take that much time, especially for shorter videos. I mean, literally on a Monday, I can set aside maybe like an hour to outline my videos or figure out what it is that I want to talk about. I don't script my videos because I would sound like a robot if I did that. I think when I first started my content creation journey, I tried scripting my YouTube videos and it just didn't work out well at all. I recommend just doing bullet points for the main topics that you're going to discuss throughout your video, and just expound, as you're on camera. And you'll get better at doing this the more that you create content. And if you are consistently getting better, you're consistently putting out content and you're growing and you're getting lots of engagement over time, the next step for you is to definitely start monetizing your content. And I mean, you can start doing this in the earlier stages, but there are a number of different ways you can go about monetizing your content. You can sell affiliate products and services. You can work with brands, which is actually one of my streams of income, and it really does add up, especially if you're selling packages or if you are working with like monthly retainer clients. There are so many brands that need content. You can also sell your coaching services, you can sell your products, you can, if you have a storefront, you can promote that in your content online and just drive traffic to it. Create videos that solve a problem and that provide information, and have a call to action where you are driving people to whatever the link is in your bio so that you can start getting sales or signups or people inquiring about working with you. And what will happen is, as you are growing bigger and bigger online, you'll start to get inbound requests from brands. And that's why it's so important to pick a niche and to be very intentional about the content that you put out there, because it will make brands see what type of content that you make and learn more about what your audience is interested in, and they can reach out to you and say, hey, we'd like to collaborate with you on some videos, we'd like you to create some content for us. And I mean, it's just a great additional stream of income, as well as if you are posting content on YouTube, you can get paid for the ads to show up on your videos, or on TikTok and Instagram, they will pay you for the amount of views that you get. So it's interesting. When you become a content creator, you might start with one stream of income, and I know that was the case for me when I first started. And then over time, it just changes, where you go from maybe one stream of income to maybe 3, 4, 5, 6, or 7 streams of income. And it's insane how lucrative it can become when you are just, you're laser focused on just growing your audience, providing and educating your audience and telling stories, and you just grow, and you have all of these different opportunities where you can make money. So remember, consistency is so important. You can't expect to, just take off and make all this money if you're barely showing up for your audience. Consistency really is the key to taking things to the next level as a content creator, as an influencer. And there are so many different ways to get inspiration. You can look on sites like answerthepublic.com. You can see what is trending on social media to get ideas so that you can recreate them. There are a number of ways to go about it, but just regardless, just try your best to remain consistent. And we talked about batch creating content. That has been really instrumental in my growth because we all get really busy. So just keep that in mind. And if you have any questions about being a full-time content creator, leave your comments down below. I will be replying to them. And if you found this video helpful, make sure you click that subscribe button, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.